Hello viewers, this is Wincher. I want to start off the video by apologizing for the lack of content lately. Uh, Busy with work, it's our busiest time of the year with the holidays. I wish you all Happy New Year. And I will be bringing you more gameplay here and commentaries in the future. We'll have vacation next month, so plan on staying home. This is staycation. That'll be later on next month. I'll have a large amount more time to dedicate to the channel. I apologize for the lack of content again. But in this video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about kind of a combination of items. So one being kind of the state of Battlefield 4 and the controversy surrounding that. And two, I want to focus on this weapon, the M4 Carbine in Battlefield 4. Now, this is the Carbine variant of the M4, not the M4, not to be confused with the M416 in the Assault class. This is an all-kit weapon. It is a burst fire only weapon, just like it was in Battlefield 3. Obviously, U.S. Production weapon, and it fires a 3-round burst and 30-round clip magazine. And the loadout I have found to be effective with this. This is a patient weapon. You have to be patient with this weapon to unlock these attachments. But I really like the compensator on it and the angled foregrip because it has a substantial amount of vertical climb, muzzle climb that is, and it has 0.4 horizontal pull to the right. So that's a significant pull to the right. So the compensator will help reduce with that horizontal pull, and the angled foregrip will help eliminate the drastic vertical climb with this weapon. But that also does help this weapon because it really helps it get headshots. That's what really helps this weapon do damage. Now, one thing that's interesting to note about the statistics on this weapon is that it's a 6-bullet kill, essentially a 2-burst shot, all the way up to about 45 meters. Now, whether or not practically that ever happens, I'm gonna have to say no. This weapon, I find there's matches I'm not doing very well with it, and there's matches I'm doing great with it. Now, what I'm showing here in this gameplay, and typically I take a range of clips and compile them, I'm not doing that with this game. This is Conquest, this is PlayStation 4 gameplay, this is 64-man server, and this is probably the best Conquest match I've ever experienced, not just talking about KD or my personal performance, and I'm talking about my terms of the enjoyability of the match, the intensiveness of it. It was one of those matches where you didn't have time to blink. And your eyes are hurting after the match because I just felt like my eyes were wide open the whole time. I'm grinning ear to ear. I'm playing with my boy here, Big Dog. He's a British block, if you will. Those are probably controversial terms, or I guess a block is actually an Australian gentleman, but British nonetheless, right? But I enjoy playing with him, and shout out to Big Dog there. He's a good player. I enjoy playing with him. But we're having a lot of fun playing this match. And that's what the second topic I want to get into is because, I mean, guys, I'm there with you. Battlefield 4's had some launch problems, both on PC and console. I've been there. I've seen both of them. I've played this game since launch on PC. I've got over 50 hours logged on PC gameplay. And now the bulk of my gameplay is coming from PlayStation 4 because, again, you guys, you know, I really enjoyed the DualShock controller. I mean, I'll be the first to preach. Oh, look at these kills. You guys paying attention here? I mean, this thing's dropping people. I'll be the first to say that I'm really enjoying just the comfort, the ergonomics of the DualShock controller. It's almost like a piece of art you're holding in your hands. So, with that being said, why I'm showing gameplay just from this match is because you can really see a range of clips with me using this weapon. You can see the ranges it's really effective at. You can see me using it in varying scenarios. And obviously I'm playing the support class because I hate running out of ammo in this game. And with the Carbine, you can replenish your ammo with the support class, and having the C4 there allows me to deal with the close range situation with vehicles. But boy, was this match a lot of fun, guys. I mean, just so much fun. Look at all this action. I mean, I've already dropped down to 4 or 5 guys right now. Now I'm going to go up this bridge and take care of about 3 more. Look at the range of these shots. Again, the burst fire of this gun, you can see how little recoil there seems to be with that angled foregrip. It almost looks like I'm going full auto with this thing. Now, it does have a tendency to jam, this weapon does, if you spam the fire button like you would a DMR or something like that. And that will catch you off guard at close range engagements. So I really do depend on my sidearm. You don't see me do it too often in this gameplay. But I do depend on my sidearm a lot for when I know for a fact I'm going to have a point-blank range engagement, because that is the greatest weakness of this weapon, is its point-blank range engagements against automatic weapons. I mean, that's a no-brainer. You guys pretty much are aware of that. But you can see me at medium range. That's where you want to keep this weapon. And that's where the bulkier engagements come from. That's why map-specific weapons are important in this game. There's a lot of times people run a full auto weapon on a large, long-range map. Oh my God! Look at all these guys just centered around the Christmas tree here. I'm like, could this get any better? And I mean, unfortunately, I just didn't get that many kills because I think I spotted all these guys, and it wasn't long for my whole team just took care of all these guys. But I was grinning ear to ear when I saw 5 guys around that flag. I mean, you just don't do that usually. That's not a good tactic to employ, but I'm not sure if they were taking advantage of that supply crate or what was going on there. It was right on the flag. There was a commander here in this gameplay. But also worth noting is that when I do expect a close range engagement or a closer range engagement, I will switch to the canted iron sights on this weapon, which you do see me do on occasions, and that does help me with the scope limitation I have for those closer range engagements, because obviously a 3.5 zoom scope here is a little bit difficult to pull off a close range shot on, but I do like that scope with this weapon because it allows me to reach out and get more accurate bursts on my medium range target selection. So again, this is kind of a whole blend of topics here into one. Lots of going on with this weapon. It's a very versatile loadout. That's where I really try to focus my gameplay on them and my loadouts. If they're not good at all ranges or at least decent, if I don't have some means of addressing a close range engagement with the canted iron sights and a long range engagement with the scope, I feel like I'm not really being a formidable threat or maximizing my potential on the battlefield. So that's what I try to do with these loadouts. With this weapon, I think it's a good blend of all those abilities. Again, where I understand its weakest link is extreme close range and extreme long range, but at least I can do something to suppress the enemy at long range. I can pull out my pistol at close range or switch my canted iron sights if I'm really in a pinch, and this weapon really allows me to do that. Now, talking more, as you can see the gameplay here, about this experience, I'm really kind of, I don't know if maybe I've gotten detached from what's going on the forums and stuff with Battlefield 4, but guys, speaking from experience for me playing on PlayStation 4, they've come a long way. They patched a lot of stuff. I don't see nearly as much rubber banding. I hardly ever get the blue screen, the CF4 error anymore. The game hardly ever crashes. For me personally, just speaking from my own personal experience playing this game, it's incredible. I'm loving it. I'm having a lot of fun playing this game, and I'm not observing netcode issues nearly as much. To me, it feels like the game's running where it should be, and I feel like everybody's just ranting and raving about how bad this game is right now, and I just don't see it, guys. On PlayStation 4, and again, this is PlayStation 4 gameplay, we're loving it. The game's running great. It's 60 frames a second. It's 1080p. I mean, we're in this match. I mean, I'm just like, look at all this action going on, 360 degrees. The map looks great. Again, having played on PC, I know what the good graphics look like. I really can't differentiate between the two. So it's a seamless experience, and I feel like we finally are at the point where we've been promised what we were going to experience with next-gen console, is that it's a seamless experience from PC, from high-end gaming rigs, which I own myself, to PlayStation 4 gameplay. I mean, I am just having so much fun playing this game. So there are still some issues. I mean, I don't have access to 64 player count servers with obliteration or team deathmatch. For some reason on PlayStation, those are still capped at limited player counts. Obliteration still 32 players max. Team deathmatch for some reason still 20 players max, which is just terrible. It needs to be at least 32. But for the most part, Conquest Large here is exactly the way it plays on PC. It's 64-man server, 32-player teams, commanders on both sides. Everything runs pretty good. Now, there are certain maps I'm finding, you know, like, well, let's see, I'm thinking 3 maps. 3 maps right now, yep, I'm counting through my mind, that are not running as good as, like, this one, Operation Daybreaker, I believe this is what, or not Operation, whatever this map's called, Dawnbreaker. There are some maps that don't run quite as good as others, but again, as far as they've come here in just a few months, I'm confident DICE is working hard, and I think they're going to get these problems resolved. And that's not just me being a puppet for DICE or, you know, EA guys. I know you hear that a lot from YouTubers, that they're always hesitant to be critical, or they're always trying to endorse these people. I'm just speaking from my own experience and my day-to-day observations playing this game. You can see my rank now. I'm well over rank. Well, I've already achieved rank 100. I've logged a lot of time on PlayStation 4, and again on PC as well. I've played this game a lot. I'll have to say, guys, I think for the most part things are improving, so just bear with it a little bit longer. The new year's going to be great for Battlefield, and then ask yourself, you know, what other games would you be playing right now? I mean, some people are playing DayZ and this and that. I mean, there's really not a lot out there that could give you this kind of experience and this kind of gameplay, going from running and gunning with machine guns, or, I mean, how many weapons we have in this game? 80 plus weapons, to going into an LAV like this with multiple loadouts. And this is a dynamic, the depth of this game, guys, really, we know this can't be matched anywhere else. I mean, I'm really enjoying this game. It's by far my favorite Battlefield ever. It's my favorite game ever. I mean, every time they come out with one of these games, it's just the new favorite game of mine, and it's grown so much for me, coming from COD and not even looking back on it to Battlefield. It's just, this game has just come so far. I'm really pleased with where Battlefield 4 is at this point. I mean, I know it had some issues with launch, don't get me wrong. I'm just as frustrated as you guys were, but I mean, honestly, right now where I'm at on PlayStation 4, this thing's running good, it's looking good, and it's still a lot of fun, and every day just gets better. The more I play this, the more we're enjoying it. I mean, Big Dog here, he just got a PlayStation 4 here about a week or two ago, and he's loving it as well. So, you know, a lot of Christmas noobs out there, if you will. It's been a good experience lately. Now, I know on launch, it wasn't. Don't get me wrong, I was frustrated with the game crashing on single player and multiplayer, and the netcode seemed bad, the lag issues. But again, you know, you guys gotta be if there's anything expressed in this video, be a little bit patient. And again, look at this weapon here at these ranges again. It's really good. You got to be patient with it. You kind of got to let the muzzle come down just ever so slightly before you pull that trigger again. So you got to kind of have a moderate play style with this weapon and be just a little bit patient with its fire capability there. There you can see me switching to the canted iron sights for that close range cleanup. This weapon, again, I'm not certainly endorsing it as the best carbine out there or the best weapon in the game, but it's an overlooked weapon that people don't really appreciate what this weapon's capable of doing. And I really encourage people to try weapons that allow them, or at least something maybe outside their perspective every now and then, because everybody's running around with the Ace 21 or Ace 23, Ace 52. I see that weapon a lot. People kind of balk at the DMRs. I really don't think they're as bad as people stress they are. Again, try to get away from the common bandwagon ideals out there about, well, this game's terrible, or this game's broken, or, you know, all the guns are bad except for the AK-5C, you know. So there's so much to offer with Battlefield 3 here, guys. If you can just maybe have a little bit of patience with it, try out some different loadouts, different weapons, you might find yourself finding a lot more that you didn't realize that was actually out there offered for you to take advantage of. That's one thing about this game, and I think we have years of playability here at our hands. I am a little frustrated, just like you guys are, the lack of the Second Assault DLC. I have no idea why that's only on Xbox. That's ridiculous. You know, have not heard anything from DICE on that end. I'm critical on that point. I do feel like, from my perspective, that the lack of communication has been pretty lacking on their regard. When are we getting the Second Assault? Again, that's why I'm just focusing on the game day to day, playing the game as it is now. Just have fun with it. And Killzone, by the way, guys, that's the other game on PlayStation 4. It's just incredible. I'm still playing that. I will be posting more gameplay of that coming up soon. Killzone, Shadowfall, lots of fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe to the video. Let me know what you think about the M4. Try it out, and I'll have more content on Battlefield 4 to come.